Project number 2.
Project number 2.
Checked off.
Check off. Yeah. Yeah. This is our new deck for the bed. You know, before, I don't know if you remember seeing it in another video, but we had 3 boards laying lengthwise on there. And in order to get to anything underneath the bed, we always had to pull the mattress completely off like we have right now. And then we had to pull the boards off. But now
we can just do, well, we still have to pull the mattress off.
Right.
But the goal is that we won't have to pull the mattress off.
Right. For the most part. Now, there will be times when we still will have to, like if we ever had to get in and say, replace the water heater, which is back in there, you know, then we'd have to pull the mattress completely off and go ahead and unscrew this portion. Now, the way it is right now, this portion right here has a few screws in it to hold it to the frame, whereas, of course, this does not. Now, this is a petition that runs right across here, so that is, you know, equally supported across there. So if we ever had to get, say, to here, we'd have to remove these screws over here, which is not that big of a deal, and then just put maybe a screw here and a screw over there just to kind of hold that in place. Then we could real easily, you know, fold this back the other way after we pulled the mattress off.
Yes,
of course.
If we have to get into that area.
Right.
Yeah. But the main area that we get in maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Is we need to get into this area.
Right. Because we have to periodically, since we do not have a BMS, and I know that on our battery bank, but that's, you know, everybody's always asking, how come you don't got a BMS? Well, we tried 2 different BMSs, one relatively inexpensive one fairly expensive one, and neither one of them worked. And so we run without a BMS, but we do monitor our battery cells on a regular basis.
Bill's the BMS. Bill is
I'm the BMS, yeah. We have other fail-safe items in the battery bank system itself, but we do periodically, once a month, we'll go ahead and take our voltmeter out and we'll run all the different cells, make sure they're all consistent, they're all balanced properly. And now for almost 2 years, they have always been balanced almost right down to the nth, you know.
And if you'll notice, we did a grid work. Or Bill did. And then we did, what, 1.5 inch hole saw for ventilation.
Those are 2-inch. Didn't we use a 2-inch hole saw on that? Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's not what I handed you.
Oh. Well, I identified it as a 2-inch.
Well, there you are. Anyway, we never had ventilation on our decking before, and to be quite honest, we had no mold when we pulled the mattress off.
The main reason why we did this is just, we went ahead and drilled the holes, is just for the ventilation, the bed platform ventilation police, right?
Well, it doesn't hurt to have ventilation.
Yeah.
But we hadn't had an issue. Now, in the red trailer, we had a little bit, but I put no condensation, no anything like that to the mini split.
Yeah,
I give it credit for that.
We attribute the fact that we have not had any mold issues, even though our deck previously was solid.
Solid.
No ventilation holes. We attribute the fact, you know, the fact that we did not have any mold to the fact that we have a mini split.
Yes, because the mini split flat sucks out all the moisture.
Yes, it does.
I mean, it's fantastic.
And you know, we're total electric. We don't use propane for the water heater. We do not cook with propane. Everything is total electric.
Yes.
So that's, you know, we feel that that's probably the main reason why we haven't had any issues with that.
That's what we feel. Yes.
Right. Now, one other thing that I did do, because there might be an occasion where I need to go in and service where the, you know, city water and the gravity fill and all that comes in, I did go ahead and cut an excess hole there. So all I'd have to do is slide the mattress down and work on it right there if I needed, for some reason, to tighten something up.
Yeah, it's just for one of those what ifs.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be prepared for the what ifs.
Right.
And now, we try to be.
What we did with this, now this is a queen size, and queen size is 5 feet wide, 60 inches wide, by 80 inches long. Now the The end here does fall short by about 2 inches, but hey, that's no big deal. At least I'm not banging my shins, you know.
Yeah, because our other board was square.
Right. The other one was square, and it came all the way out to the end.
And we rounded it this time.
Right. So, and then Deb sanded it real nice and clean and everything. But at least I'm not banging my shins on that when I walk around it now. And the next thing we did, we bought a 4-foot long piano hinge, or some people call it a continuous hinge. When I went into Menards, I asked the one of the people working there, you know, can you point me to where the piano hinges are? We'd never been in a Menards before.
Oh, it's golly.
Oh, yeah. We walked in there and went, golly! You know, it's pretty cool. They're in Terre Haute, Indiana. But anyway, I asked him, you know, where the piano hinges were, and he said, huh? Piano hinge? Didn't know what that was. And I said, okay, a lot of folks refer to them as a continuous hinge. Oh! And then,
see, I wouldn't have known to say that.
Yeah,
I would have just been, that's all I've ever heard them called.
But we bought a 4-foot piano hinge, and then we cut it up into 4 1-foot sections.
Brad cut it up.
Yeah, Brad cut it up. Brad is the, you know, Brad's the machinist, so he did that for me.
Yes.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you very much, Brad. So anyway, what we're going to do now, we've already demonstrated how easy it is to raise this, you know, without the mattress on there. Now we're going to go ahead and slide the mattress back on, and Deb is going to film me. And while I'm lifting this, pay close attention to the fact that my stomach is getting smaller.
You haven't weighed.
No, I'm not going to weigh.
Oh.
I'm just going to look in the mirror. I don't want to weigh. Oh, look in the mirror.
I can relate.
But I was noticing one of the photos that you sent me, because she took photos when I was drilling the holes and stuff like that. In fact, you're probably looking at some now. I noticed, you know, it's still out there. Okay. All right. My stomach is still out there, but at least it's not sticking out as far as it used to.
No.
You know.
No.
And I'm feeling a lot better,
You're doing
too.
a lot of making progress.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Thank you, dear. Anyway, she washed her hair this morning, and it always does something to me. Anyway, and it is Friday. Oh, yes. We're going to put the mattress back. What, dear?
Nothing.
Okay. We're going to put the mattress back on, and then we'll demonstrate, you know, picking up the end of it with the mattress on there.
Right.
All right. Be right back.
What?
I told you to be sure to get me in the screen, and you're so intense behind the camera there.
That's right. I don't do the camera work.
Anyway, let's show you this. Now, we will need to slide take a little pressure off the mattress at first. And then, but yeah, we can raise it up pretty high. Now, of course, we'll probably never really raise it that high right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll need prop sticks, which we haven't made yet, but that's in the works.
Anyway.
Perfect.
How do I look?
Oh, you look awesome.
I'm striking a pose.
Yeah, you need to turn more sideways so we can get a better view of your sideways. There you go. Woo!
Anyway, yeah. And of course, I'm going to come up with some kind of a prop rod or 2 prop rods. I've got several ideas I'm exploring on that for when we're working down underneath here. But anyway, it's going to work out well.
It's wonderful.
It's going to work out well.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to make things a whole bunch easier. Now, what I'm also trying to do is talk Deb.
No, that ain't going to happen.
Can I have this?
I already took up a pole.
You haven't taken a pole.
Yeah, I did. I asked my daughter.
Oh. Well, she's always going to side with you.
Well,
right?
We're not going with a thinner mattress.
When it's time to get a new mattress, that's a 12-inch mattress, and when it's time to get a new mattress, I'm trying to talk her into at least a 10. You know?
Good night's sleep. 29 nights a month compared to 1 day a month of pulling up
I don't
the
think
mattress.
you're going to notice a difference at all between a 10-inch thick mattress and a 12.
I'm Princess in the Pea. I will too.
You know, I was thinking the same thing.
Thinking the same thing. I will notice.
Anyway, and one other thing before we go. Oh, one other thing I will mention. What we do plan on doing, and we don't have any on hand right now, but we're going to get some Gorilla Tape, and we're going to put Gorilla Tape over those hinges to kind of smooth out where all the screws are and everything on that, which means we'll have to pull the mattress off again in order to do that.
Not in the near future, right?
Well, we're not going to be lifting it for a little bit because we've already done all those other chores that we were talking about.
Okay, so on to the next project.
Well, yeah, but one thing I want to show before we go.
Okay.
You know, our last video we installed that new pump from Cori.
Oh yes.
And we are currently on the fresh water tank, even though we don't have to be. But we're using it. We've used it now for what? 3 or 4 days?
3 or 4, it was, yeah,
about that. And with the bed all put back together and, you know, the mattress in place and everything, the pump is underneath right there. Let me show you something. This thing is so quiet. Listen. Now, Deb is standing closer to the bed, so her microphone,
I'll come over here by you.
Yeah, why don't you come over here by me?
Okay.
But listen. Do you hear that or not hear that?
You can't even hardly hear the pump.
And look at this. Look at this. Look at that. That is just absolutely fabulous.
We're very pleased so far with this pump.
Yeah, so far, this Cori pump, K-O-H-R-E-E, we'll post another link in the description. We are very, very pleased, and they are priced very reasonable. Our particular one, we'll mention it one more time, is the 55 PSI version at 5.5 gallons per minute. They also make a 3.5 gallon per minute 55 PSI pump as well. Now ours is lists for like $69.99 on Amazon, and I think the one that's a 3.5 gallon per minute lists for $58, right around there, $57.98, something like that. And has the same features as this one does.
Did you say it was a 12 volt?
No, I didn't, but I'm assuming that everybody knows that it's a 12 volt, but it's a 12 volt, you know. So anyway, it's a beautiful day today. The temperature here in Indiana is only supposed to get up to 84 degrees. We're going to start cutting cabinet doors here in just a little bit, so that's probably what you'll see next. And it might take a couple of days, you know, for us to get on down the road on that before you see that video. But that's what we have.
Cabinet doors next. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to take some ciphering and some planning because I'm doing it a little bit different than I've done before. Of course you are. Well, that's what I do. I enjoy a challenge, something I've never really done before, but I've been, losing a lot of sleep in the last 2 or 3 nights thinking about how I'm going to do it. So.
All righty then.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. We're going to get to work on the next project. This is Bill and Deb with I Ride Tiny House Adventures. And we're not camping.
We are living.
Y'all get out there and do some living, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.